African buffalo versus lions. The herd's battle for survival. Wildlife documentary narration. Target length, approximately 30 minutes. Language, natural American English. Suggested delivery, deep, steady, and dramatic, at approximately 135 to 145 words per minute. Hours, Dodover to 2:20. Opening, when peace is only an illusion. Dawn begins with a beauty that seems almost perfect. The first rays of sunlight glide over grass still wet with morning dew. A gentle wind carries the scent of dry earth across thorny bushes and empty riverbeds. Herds of antelope begin to leave their resting grounds. Birds call from the scattered trees, and at the far edge of the horizon, an enormous dark mass is slowly moving. It is a herd of African buffalo. Hundreds of powerful bodies move close together, sending a low vibration through the ground. A full-grown buffalo can weigh close to a ton. Its thick, curved horns are strong enough to throw a predator into the air in a single violent strike. From a distance, the herd looks like a living fortress crossing the grasslands. But in this world, no strength is absolute. Hidden beneath the golden grass, pairs of amber eyes have been watching for some time. A pride of lions studies every movement of the herd. They are in no hurry. The lions know that a healthy buffalo protected within the herd is almost impossible to overpower. To claim a meal, they must first find a weakness, a calf that falls behind, an aging adult that can no longer keep pace, or a single moment of panic that divides the herd. For the lions, such a moment is an opportunity to survive. For the buffalo, it may become the line between life and death. The battle about to unfold is not simply a contest between claws and horns. It is a test of courage, protective instinct, and above all, the power of community. Because on the African savanna, a buffalo standing alone can become prey. But when the entire herd turns back, even lions have reason to be afraid. 0:20 to 4:45. A living fortress on the savanna. African buffalo do not possess the speed of antelope, and they cannot disappear into the landscape like many smaller animals. Their survival depends on two great defenses: physical strength and the unity of the herd. Every member has a place within the group. Adult females and young calves usually travel in the more protected areas. Large, experienced bulls often remain closer to the outer edge. When danger appears, they can become the herd's first line of defense. Buffalo do not always run blindly when a threat approaches. They gather together. Heavy bodies turn toward the enemy. Dozens of horns point outward as the calves are pushed into the center. In a matter of seconds, the herd transforms into a wall of muscle and bone. It is a simple strategy, but an extraordinarily effective one. One lion may be able to leap onto a buffalo's back. Two or three may try to pull the animal down, but no lion wants to face hundreds of sharp horns charging at once. The buffalo also possess another weapon, one that cannot be seen: memory. They remember water sources, migration routes, and places where predators are most likely to hide. Older females can lead the herd for many miles across dry country, guiding them toward the last remaining water. Yet these journeys also expose them to danger. Water is life. During the dry season, every creature must eventually approach the same shrinking pools. Lions often wait along the trails leading to them. They know the buffalo must pass. They know that even this massive herd cannot avoid the water forever. On the savanna, every drink can come at a price, and sometimes that price is paid in blood. The predators close in. Heat shimmers above the grass, making the landscape tremble behind a transparent curtain. The buffalo continue toward the water, unaware that the lions have already taken their positions. The lionesses press their bodies flat against the earth. Their golden coats blend into the dry grass, until they nearly disappear. They are the pride's primary hunters, fast, patient, and able to coordinate through signals so subtle that they are almost invisible. A glance, a slight turn of the head, a small movement of the tail. That is enough for every hunter to understand her role. Two lionesses move around to the right. Another crawls quietly toward the left. They have no intention of charging into the center of the herd. Their plan is to create panic, force the buffalo to change direction, and separate a vulnerable animal from the protection of the group. The distance closes. 50 yards, 40, 30. A female buffalo at the edge suddenly stops. She lifts her head and turns her ears forward. Her nose catches a familiar scent carried on the wind, the scent of danger. A low warning call travels through the herd. At once, every animal becomes alert. Calves are urged toward the center. Adults turn to face the grass, but the lions know they have been detected. There is no longer time for concealment. The attack begins. From 3 directions, golden bodies explode out of the grass. The startled buffalo surge forward. Red dust rises into the air, hiding hunters and prey alike. Hooves thunder against the earth as bellows and roars merge into the violent sound of a life-or-death pursuit. At that moment, the lions do not need to outrun the entire herd. They need to outrun only one buffalo, and at the rear of the stampede, a young calf is beginning to fall behind. 0710 to 0935. The calf struggles to follow its mother. Its inexperienced legs slip across the hard, dusty ground. Every stride is shorter than those of the adults. And with each passing second, the safety of the herd moves farther away. One lioness immediately changes direction. She does not charge directly at the calf. Instead, she runs diagonally across its path, blocking its route back to the herd. Another lioness closes in from behind. It is a hunting method refined over countless generations. Isolate the target, exhaust it, and bring it down. The mother hears her calf's frightened cry. She slows. Ahead lies the safety of the herd. Behind her, the predators are closing in. Instinct tells her to keep running, but another instinct, even more powerful, forces her to turn around. The mother swings back, lowers her horns, and charges directly at the lions. The nearest hunter jumps aside. A fraction of a second too late, and the horn could tear through her body. The mother plants herself in front of the calf, breathing hard, never taking her eyes off the golden shapes circling them. But she cannot defend both sides at once. One lioness makes a false charge from the front. When the mother lowers her head to meet it, a second attacker circles behind. She leaps onto the buffalo's back, driving her claws into its hide. The mother bucks, twists, and kicks. The lioness is thrown to the ground, but quickly rises again. The struggle is draining the mother's strength with every passing second. Far ahead, the herd has covered hundreds of yards. The dust begins to settle. The buffalo at the front slow down. Something is wrong. The cry of the calf still carries across the grass behind them. Several adults stop completely. They look back toward the battle. Then a massive bull turns around. Another follows. Within seconds, all hesitation disappears. The enormous dark mass begins to reverse direction. The ground starts to shake again, but this time, the buffalo are not running away. They are coming back. The herd strikes back. The lions recognize the danger too late. Through the cloud of dust, dozens of adult buffalo charge like a gathering storm. Their heads are lowered. Their horns point forward. There is no panic now. There is only one purpose: rescue the members of the herd under attack. The lioness closest to the calf releases her grip and runs. Another tries to hold her ground for a few more seconds. But when the leading bull bears down on her, she is forced to leap aside. The bull does not stop. He pursues the predator across the grass, driving her toward a wall of thorn bush. Two other buffalo move alongside the mother and calf, creating a shield around them. Behind these defenders, the rest of the herd surges forward, turning the battlefield into a forest of horns. The balance of power has completely changed. Only moments ago, the lions were the hunters. Now they are the ones searching for an escape. One lioness is trapped between two buffalo. She snarls and strikes with her paws, trying to keep them back. But a roar cannot stop hundreds of pounds of muscle driving toward her. A horn sweeps sideways and sends the lioness rolling through the dust. She scrambles to her feet and escapes the next strike by inches. The buffalo do not always need to kill their enemy. Their immediate purpose is to remove the threat and rebuild their protective formation. Once the lions retreat, the adults quickly surround the calf. The mother touches her nose to her young. The calf is injured, but it is still standing. In the wild, that alone is a victory. There is no celebration. There is no time to rest. The herd closes ranks and begins moving again. But what has just happened reveals the source of its true power. It is not one pair of horns. It is not one body weighing nearly a ton. It is the decision to turn back together when one member is in danger. On the savanna, the courage of one animal may change a single moment, but the unity of the herd can change the outcome of the entire battle. 14:30. The lions are not finished. The counterattack forces the pride to retreat, but hunger remains. For lions, hunting buffalo is a dangerous gamble. One kick can break a bone. One well-placed horn can cause a fatal wound. If a lion is seriously injured, its ability to hunt in the days ahead may disappear. And in this unforgiving landscape, an animal that cannot hunt may soon die. Yet the potential reward is large enough to justify the risk. One adult buffalo can feed an entire pride for days. With hungry cubs waiting at their shelter, the lionesses cannot afford to give up too soon. They continue following the herd from a distance. They do not attack. They do not reveal their position. somewhere in the darkness, may be the sign of life, or a warning that death is near. The old bull stands only a short distance from the herd. He turns slowly, trying to locate the source of the sound. But the lions have divided into two groups. The first group appears ahead of him, forcing him to turn. The second moves silently into position behind him. A sudden roar tears through the night. The buffalo lunges forward. A lioness leaps onto his back. A second clamps her jaws around his muzzle, attempting to pull his head down. This is the most dangerous moment. If the buffalo is brought to the ground, the weight of his own body will work against him. Once he is lying down, his horns are almost useless. But the old bull is not ready to surrender. He drives all his strength through his legs and shakes his body violently. The lioness on his back is thrown aside. He lowers his head and lunges toward the attacker in front of him. One horn tears across the lioness's shoulder, and she cries out in pain. The noise alerts the herd. The nearest buffalo begin moving toward the fight. They cannot see everything in the darkness, but the call of another herd member is enough to guide them. The lions try to finish the hunt before help arrives. 3 close in together. 1 jumps onto the bull's back. 2 attack his hind legs. The old buffalo stumbles. Just as his knees are about to touch the earth, a deep bellow erupts behind the lions. Another bull charges into the circle. He slams into the lioness, clinging to the old buffalo's side, and lifts the predator off the ground. More buffalo appear out of the darkness. A defensive wall rises around the wounded bull. The lions know their chance has passed. They step back and fade into the night like ghosts. The old buffalo remains on his feet. Blood runs along his flanks. His breathing is heavy, but familiar bodies now surround him. The herd forms a protective circle and remains there until morning. That night, no member is left behind. When a buffalo is cut off from the herd, but not every battle ends in victory. As the dry season deepens, grass becomes scarce. The buffalo must spread out to find enough food. The distance between individuals grows, and their defensive wall becomes less secure. A young bull wanders too far from the herd. Perhaps he is drawn toward a patch of green grass near a dry riverbed. Perhaps the confidence of youth causes him to underestimate the danger. Whatever the reason, within a short time, he is alone. The lions notice immediately. This time they do not need to create panic. They do not need to charge into hundreds of horns. Their target has stepped outside the fortress on his own. 4 lionesses approach from different directions. The buffalo sees them and tries to run toward the herd, but his route is blocked. He spins around, lowers his horns, and prepares to fight. The first lioness rushes forward and then retreats, forcing him to turn. The second attacks from the opposite side. Each time the bull faces one threat, another moves in from behind. It is a contest of strength against strategy. The buffalo could defeat almost any one of them in a direct confrontation, but he cannot watch every direction at once. A lioness jumps onto his back, then another clings to his side. Their combined weight begins to slow him down. Still he fights, still he charges. Still he tries to move one more step toward his herd, but a few hundred yards now seem impossibly far. His bellow carries across the grassland. Several buffalo lift their heads. They look toward the sound, but the lions have pulled their prey into a low depression, where bushes hide the struggle. At last, the bull's legs collapse beneath him, not because he is weak, not because he lacks courage, but in a battle against several coordinated predators, isolation is the greatest disadvantage of all. The savanna does not grieve. The survival of one species is often sustained by the death of another. The lions need food for their cubs. The buffalo fought to return to his community. Both sides did everything their instincts demanded. But the outcome reinforces the hardest lesson in the life of an African buffalo. Its greatest power does not exist within one animal. Its greatest power exists within the herd. The bulls, defenders of the community. Adult bulls often carry the marks of a lifetime of conflict. Torn ears, roughened skin, long scars stretching across shoulders and flanks. Every wound tells the story of an encounter with lions, or a contest for position with another buffalo. The bulls may not always lead the herd, but when danger arrives, their enormous strength can become the community's decisive line of defense. A mature bull has thick horn bases that meet across the top of his skull, forming a solid shield known as a boss. Powerful neck muscles allow him to deliver devastating blows. Charging with the full force of his body, he can launch a lion into the air. But what predators fear most is not the strength of one bull. It is the way several buffalo can act together. A group of bulls may deliberately step out from the herd. They form a line, watch the enemy, and begin advancing. The lions growl and make false charges, hoping to break the formation. Experienced buffalo are not easily deceived. They hold their ground, they maintain the line, and they continue forcing the predators away from the calves. Sometimes, one bull suddenly accelerates, the others charge with him. Defense becomes pursuit. Lions race across the grass, climb onto raised ground, or vanish into thick bushes to escape the horns behind them. For a moment, the natural order seems reversed. The prey becomes the attacker. The predator is forced to flee. But the bulls are not fighting to demonstrate dominance. They are fighting because an entire new generation stands behind them. Every calf that survives may help the herd endure future droughts, migrations, and countless attacks still to come. Strength is not used only for self-preservation. Strength also carries the responsibility of protecting those not yet able to defend themselves. 2150, 2415. Battle at the waterhole. Near the end of the dry season, the waterhole has become a wide pool of mud. Hundreds of animals gather here each day. There are no tall trees to provide cover, and few safe escape routes. But the buffalo still have to enter. They are thirsty, and the lions know it. A large pride lies hidden behind an earthen bank. When the first buffalo lower their heads to drink, the lions begin to move. Their target is a calf standing near the outside edge. The attack comes without warning. Two lionesses charge directly into the herd, scattering the nearest buffalo. The calf slips in the mud and falls. A lioness seizes the moment and clamps her jaws around its neck. The mother rushes forward, but the mud makes every step difficult. Another lioness moves in front of her and blocks the way. Behind them, the calf is being dragged toward dry ground. For a few terrible seconds, the struggle appears to be over. Then a massive bull arrives. He charges into the water, mud exploding around his legs. Without slowing down, he strikes the lioness holding the calf. The predator is thrown into the air and lands in the mud. The bull follows, forcing her to roll aside to avoid another blow. The other lions rush in to help, but now the entire buffalo herd is turning back. From every direction, they pour into the water. Their bellows echo from the earthen banks. Dozens of horns form a protective circle around the calf. One lioness is trapped near the edge. Buffalo block the ground in front of her. Deep mud lies behind. She searches for an opening as the formation tightens. Finally, she leaps through a narrow gap and runs, escaping only a few strides ahead of the horns pursuing her. The calf lies motionless in the mud. But because an entire community chose to act. 2415 to 2635. Both sides of the struggle. It is easy to see the lions as the villains of this story. They hide, pursue, and attack the most vulnerable members of the herd. But nature has no villains, and it has no heroes. There are only living creatures trying to survive one more day. Not far away, lion cubs wait for their mothers to return. They are too young to hunt. If the pride fails too many times, the cubs will weaken. The adults will also lose strength, making success in the next hunt even less likely. Lions must hunt to survive. Buffalo must fight to survive. The conflict between them is part of a balance shaped over countless generations. Predators often select animals that are weak, old, or sick. In doing so, they influence the health of the buffalo population. At the same time, the buffalo's powerful defenses force lions to become more patient, intelligent, and cooperative. Each species helps shape the evolution of the other, but this natural balance does nothing to reduce the violence of an individual battle. For a buffalo under attack, this is not an abstract lesson in ecology. It is pain, terror, and a desperate fight for every breath. For a hungry lioness, the hunt is not a performance of strength. It is the need to bring food back to the pride before she and her cubs become too weak to continue. On the savanna, victory is rarely complete. The lions may win a meal, but suffer injuries that threaten their future. The buffalo may rescue one of their own, but tomorrow the herd must pass through the predator's territory again. And when the sun rises, the struggle for survival begins all over again. 2635, 2830. The power of unity. Look at a single African buffalo, and you see a formidable animal, an enormous body, dangerous horns, and a fierce determination to fight. But look at the entire herd, and something far greater appears. You see adults forming a circle around their young. You see a mother turning to confront lions when her calf is left behind. You see powerful bulls rushing into danger to rescue a herd member being dragged down. And you see the entire herd returning to the place of danger, even when the path to safety lies open ahead. Not every rescue succeeds. Not every animal survives. But this collective response has helped African buffalo endure in a land inhabited by some of the most powerful predators on Earth. Unity does not make them invincible. Unity gives them a chance for a calf to grow, a chance for an old bull to survive another night, a chance for an isolated animal to regain the safety of the herd. In the most dangerous moments, the line between life and death may last only a few seconds. Those seconds may be created by one companion willing to turn around, one bull willing to charge, or an entire herd choosing to stand instead of run. The power of community is not an abstract idea. It is visible in every defensive circle, every driving horn, and every set of hooves that turns back toward the enemy. In a world where the vulnerable can quickly disappear, the herd sends a message that could not be clearer. To take one of them, the lions may have to face them all. 2830, 30 hours. Ending, the herd moves on. Another day begins on the African savanna. Sunlight spreads across the grass, revealing tracks preserved in the dust. Lion paw prints cross the deep marks left by buffalo hooves. A few traces of blood have dried on the grass, silent evidence of the battle that took place in the night. The herd moves on. Calves walk near the center. Mothers remain beside them. The largest bulls hold positions along the outer edge, their eyes fixed on the distant bushes. The lions are still there. They will continue to watch. They will continue to wait. And they will attack again when another opportunity appears. The conflict between these two species never truly ends. It simply grows quiet until another moment of vulnerability breaks the peace. But the buffalo are ready. Each animal carries the strength of those standing beside it. When danger arrives, they will close ranks. When a calf is threatened, the adults will form a shield. And when one member is left behind, the herd may turn back and face death together. In this unforgiving land, no animal can win forever. The lions survive through the cooperation of the pride. The buffalo endure through the strength of the herd. And amid the red dust, the roar of lions, and the thunder of hooves, the battle for survival continues, just as it has for thousands of years. A battle between claws and horns, a battle shaped by courage and the instinct to protect. And above all, it is a story of the power that emerges when no one is forced to stand alone.
It's like a standoff. They are very brave. But like, if you run now, that's the sign. So don't do it. Oh, there they go, there they go. Go, 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 go. Oh, oh. Yeah, 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 yeah.
But that lioness, कितने दिन वो guard करेगी वो जिराफ को?
जब तक खत्म नहीं होता.
Because somebody's come down.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. My video is going on. Video is going on, and I am ready with my camera. In case something happens, I am ready to shoot.
जब तक वो जिराफ खत्म नहीं होता है तब तक.
It's come down.
there.
Be ready because jumping.
Yes, yes. My camera is ready.
Somebody came down.
You can see something.
Somebody came down. That's like a...
It's gone down, it's gone down, it's gone down.
क्या करेंगे अभी? करता है तो 10 मिनट करना. पुशअप्स करके छोड़ दिया यहीं से.
Jetzt probiert es. That's a big one. Achtung, Finger drauf. The hippo is injured badly. Look at that wound on the right. Back to clean.
Oh.
Wow, Joyce got an excited. Ich fasse es nicht. The sixth one is coming. The sixth one. Yeah.
Aber
What's that?
Oh no, the crocs are going.
Oh, God. Jeez, talk about a rock and a hard place, huh? Slowly block them all. If I was across, I'd come up again. I think they're going to launch part. No, they don't. I'm trying to get them to the right. Yeah. Straight in your left. Yeah. Too far now. Yeah. It's incredible how it defended though. Yes, against the croc as well. I thought it was a goner. He's got smaller legs than wonder. Managed to get away from a crocodile. Never seen that. She's incredible.
She was just thinking, the lion must please mom come and help me.
Yeah. I gave it like a 5% chance of surviving that.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was done.